Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I am so excited you're here today because I cannot wait for you to be here. So be sure to leave me a comment down below or on the chat right here where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, be sure to say hashtag replay. I'm going to wait a few seconds while you guys log on. Actually, you know what? Let me grab something real quick as you guys wait. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. All right, so I want to talk to you about where to get beautiful flowers. Hey, lady in red, hello, how are you? I'm gonna put my glasses on because I do want to read your comments. You guys, I haven't been on live in a long time, it seems like. And I miss you because I like talking to you about what's coming up next. I spoke to David Christopher's Jane today, and we're going to be doing some things. You guys, can you believe we're already talking about Christmas 2024 in the industry? Hey, Tom, how are you? How are you doing, my friend? And hello, says hello, hi. As I was telling you, I just spoke to Jen this morning over text. We're working on some things for you guys, so I'm super excited about that. Judy Baker says hello, Ramon from Fourth Ward. Hello. Katie says hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Be sure to thumbs up the video, and then also be sure to leave me a comment. Where are you watching from? And if you're watching the replay, also hashtag replay so that I know how many people are watching versus live versus replay. But I want to talk to you about the floral. Oh my gosh, this is a mess right here. I have got to get rid of that. But it's been going on that I'm doing a spring makeover. So if you remember, this had all those snowballs, and I took them out, and it's time to replace it with something else. But you guys, I just been busy. Videos are good. Thank you, Gladys. Carmen says, eres maravilloso. Gracias. Gracias. Dunkirk, New York. Oh my goodness. Katie says from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm visiting from Fort Lauderdale. Oh, I bet it's so nice over there. Here in San Diego, it's been cold so far. We've been struggling with the cold still. Refuses to go away. Julia Cruz says, hi Ramon, ¿cómo estás? Qué bueno que te veo. Story in Beverly, Massachusetts. Saludos hasta Massachusetts. Growing Hazel from South Carolina. Ramon at home. Hi, Ramon from Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh my gosh, I used to go to Arkansas all the time, to Branson when I lived in Kansas. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Cindy says, hello from Fresno, California, my neighbor. Well, not really neighbor, but the same state. 81 degrees today. That is nice, Tom. It is here in San Diego. It's about 60 something. It's been in the like mid 60s, 63. And it's been like cloudy, but oh my gosh, this week we have all sun finally. It's been kind of hard in upper 60s, middle 70s. So that's pretty good. That's the weather we like here in San Diego. Although, you guys, I have to tell you that I'm thinking about relocating somewhere to the south. More on that later. And I do want to say thank you to all the new members who have signed up, Laura Ornelas, Amy Montgomery, and Connie Tillman. Laura Ornelas, Amy Montgomery, and Connie Tillman, if you are watching, thank you so much for becoming members to the channel, because your contribution really helps me continue to create new content for everybody, especially during the holidays, you guys. If you want to support me and support the channel, be sure to click the join member so you can support the channel as well. Here is 39, very cold. Julia Cruz says, that is cold. My goodness. Tom Couture says 90 on the weekend. Oh, that's nice. I'm watching from Eastern Canada. I love your work. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. So we're starting a brand new series. This Sunday, we have a brand new date at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yesterday's video was for members only. So what I do for the members video, there's going to be a brand new video for members only every other Thursday. So yesterday was Thursday. We'll skip it Thursday. Next Thursday, we'll get an extra video for members only. And those are the videos that you, the members, basically help pay for. And so what I do is I release it for 24 hours, and then we do it members only. So you only get those first 24 hours to watch that video, and then it goes to members only, because that's for the members catalog, because they contribute to the channel. So I feel like in order to give something back, that's what we're going to be doing. And that's going to be a lot of fun during the holidays, because the members will get to watch an extra video, an extra DIY, an extra idea, an extra tutorial. So it'll be fun for the members in order to thank them for all of your support. So if you want to get in on that, be sure to join the channel, so you can. But you still get the first 24 hours as a regular viewer of the channel. You will get those 24 hours to view that video. But after the first 24 hours, it'll go away and it'll be set to members only. So I thought it'd be fun to do something for them and also for everybody else to watch it. So thank you, thank you, thank you to all the new members this week. All right, you guys, I want to talk to you about our new series that we are coming up with. You know, the springtime is kind of hard here at the channel because there's really not much that we can really do. And so the way I came about with YouTube, it was because I was a florist. I used to work at a flower shop, actually two flower shops, for a total period of time of about 15 years, where I learned everything that I know on how to do floral arrangements, how to do fresh flowers, how to do casket sprays, how to do garlands and wreaths, and everything that has to do with a floral industry. And so I decided that this spring we would do a floral design from beginners. So I'm gonna share with you all of the tools that you'll need. I'm gonna talk to you about how to select fresh flowers. We're actually getting ready to go to our floral market here in San Diego, and so we're going to be doing that. I'm gonna share with you how to treat the flowers before you or process the flowers before you use them so they last longer. We're going to be doing wedding flowers. We're gonna go be doing graduations, baby showers, and it's going to be a lot of fun because it is something different between Christmas or fall, because we really start our fall videos and then all the way to spring. So it'll be something different. It'll be something that you can learn a few tricks, because trust me when I tell you, all of this information is good not only for the floral industry, but when you are tying, your ornaments and your garlands and how to attach your wreaths to the windows and all that stuff. It's all stems from the floral industry. That's where all of that stems from. So to learn the basics, it really is very beneficial, not just to florists, but to everybody in general. So I'm going to be talking to you about that. Leda Joseph says, "Hi, Ramon, watching from the UK. I love your work." Thank you so much, Lida. Amelia Mena says, "Hi, Ramon from Chula Vista, California. I'm your neighbor in beautiful Sunshine. Where are you moving?" Hey, Amelia. Hi, neighbor. Basically, yes, we're thinking about moving somewhere in the South. It's a dream of mine to live in the South. Maybe what we're going to do is we're going to go for a few weeks and then rent a car and then drive around to see little neighborhoods, cities, suburbs, to see where we would decide to go. But I think it is time for a change. Been here in San Diego for a while, and I really love the southern style, the southern hospitality. So in the future, I don't know when, but in the future, we're gonna start visiting places so that we know. So in the future, we'll have decided where to go. San Diego will always be home because I'm basically from Tijuana, which I can see right here from this window. So we'll always come back. My mother and my grandmother are here in Tijuana, so I'll always get to come back. But I feel like it is time to go towards what I've always dreamed for, because we have to take the. Hey, Graciela, how are you? Good afternoon, my lovely Ramon. Graciela is one of our older members. Um, so thank you so much, Graciela, for being here. I was just telling everybody that members only videos are now every other Thursday. So be sure to tune in every other Thursday for an extra video for members only. And so, yeah, it is time to take a step. You guys, well, I'm gonna preach to you, but the Bible says that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and so I finally understand that God orders our steps. However, we're the ones that have to take this step. If we do not take a step, God cannot order anything. God will not take the steps for us. So we have to take those steps. And it's been in my heart for a long time that I want to live there. So we're going to start looking into that. So that way the good Lord can direct our steps. Hi, Ramon. Love your compassion and inspiration videos from NYS, Miss California. Thank you for watching, Gigi. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody being here. All right, you guys, I want to share some of the flowers that I purchased for this floral design for beginner series. And I'm going to start with this. We already used this yesterday on our centerpiece with the flock bunnies. And I just absolutely love it. This is a wildflower pick from the Walmart. It is so pretty. Has that peach color. If you guys saw the peach bunny, it goes so well. I'm into monochromatics this year, so I like to use like the same color. And most of the flowers I'm gonna share with you are on these tones right here because I'm getting ready to do a beautiful mantle for you with florals. So this is a peach wild pick, and you can find it like if I remove it that way, you can really see the color. That's very accurate to what it looks like. So it's really pretty. It's a peach coral look, and I also love it. One of my favorite ones that I found at Walmart is one of these bushes. Look at all of these flowers, you guys. Look at all of these flowers. They are so pretty. You get all of these flowers for like $6. It's a peony mix. Look how absolutely stunning this is. Look at that. It looks so real. It has one, two, three, four big peonies. It has some dahlias. Dahlias is one of my favorite flowers when it comes down to fresh flowers because I feel like they just don't care. Beautiful and affordable, Graciela says. I really like how you mix expensive with more affordable price items. That's what life is about, you guys. Life is about knowing and learning how to mix the expensive with the inexpensive to create a look. Because we cannot all afford like really expensive, but some people can. But I feel like I call it the collective look, and the collective look it really is throughout the years. But I also love these ones. If you can look at this eucalyptus right here, it has some filler, really pretty filler. So I got a few bundles of this to do something with it. And I just thought it was so beautiful. Once again, those peonies are so pretty. Aren't those pretty? So I got a few bundles of that. And then this ranunculus right here, this ranunculus bush. Look how pretty, you guys. This is so pretty for wedding work. Is there any florist in the house right now? Is there anyone that has been a florist, is a florist, or was a florist? You know, the ranunculus, it's something that is so delicate to work with when it comes down to fresh flowers because the stems is what I call the celery stem. It's just so wobbly and it breaks really easy. And then to poke on the foam, it really is hard. So it is really good to do like hand tie bouquets, which I will be teaching you hand tie bouquets, boutonnieres, corsages, all of that good stuff. And it is so pretty. I just also love these ranuncula. I'm gonna push it back a little bit so you can see. So I got a few of those, but my favorite, perhaps, okay, two favorites. I also love this one right here. This is a camellia. Look how pretty, you guys. I also love orange and blue and white together. I think of blue and white as a neutral, and so any bright colors really pop. Look how pretty that looks right here with the blue and white. Only in my mind, I'm a florist, Gigi says. You can do it, Gigi. If I can do it, so can you. You know, I am a self taught floral designer, English speaker, because I taught myself English. I also learned how to use a computer, a camera, how to edit a video, and how to put it all together here on YouTube. So if I can do all of that, you can put a flower bouquet together. Trust me when I tell you that. So these camellias are so pretty. They're super bright orange, and they go so well with this particular um, pick right here. Look how pretty that looks. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I cannot wait to work with this. And this has this tiny little dainty yellow flower, and that's another beautiful combination. Let the people at the stores, you guys, dictate for you if you're new into the floral design how to pair because they right here are telling you the yellow and orange are a complementary color or they would not put it together like that. So that way you can go with this. You can add like a filler like this. The interior flower means that this is your focal point right here, and then this is your accent color right here. So that is opposite the color wheel. So we'll talk about that too, how you can select all your beautiful flowers, your main color and your accent color. So I got some of these camellias, one of my favorites, but I was gonna tell you my favorite bundle that I bought is this peony bundle. Oh my gosh. This actually this is not a peony, I'm lying to you. This is like an David Austin rose. And then it has some of these beautiful lilies right here. This is the one that I used for the bunny centerpiece. Look how so beautiful. Has some thistle right here. And this I'll explain another one right here. So this color right here, it's very soft. And these softer colors really do look better with like the oh my gosh, it just escaped. Um lamb's ear, like all of that lamb's ear texture. Look how pretty because it is a softer foliage. So when we would do like wedding bouquets and wedding floral arrangements, we really tend to do like the softer ones with the softer greenery. Because if I bring some of this green, look how just stark it looks. So like this foliage right here, the eucalyptus, because it has that gray tint, which makes it more subtle. It looks great with this. And then also this thistle right here. Look how pretty that thistle it is. I love thistles to work with for wedding work. You can see them right there. So that tells you right here that the orange and then the thistle, which is more like a blue purple, is also a complementary color. And like I said, if you just like dictate, you let those bouquets dictate how you should arrange. Also, what you can do is like, okay, so right here I have this salmon color, this peach color, and then this blue of the thistle. So I can choose these colors, not necessarily these flowers, but go from here and then go select my flowers. And then right here you have this ranunculus with that lens ear. And so that tells you that that could be a good way to go about buying your flowers. Love doing that when I go buying flowers. And then, you guys, the other thing I want to tell you is that you can keep your eye open anywhere you go. Because the other day I was at the 99-cent store, which is more like a grocery store, but sometimes they have the core pieces. And right now, because it's spring, they have these beautiful, beautiful flower stems. They are like a peony. Look how pretty these are, you guys. How also stunning. Look at that. They look so real. They are single stem flowers, but they are so pretty. They come in this like salmony peach color. That's more accurate right there. And then they have this pink right here. And they are just so pretty. And they were only 99 cents. These are really good quality. So you could make a bouquet with this instead of or you can do a wreath with this. But look how pretty these are. Look how pretty these are. And they are pretty like the silk is really good quality. I love the center of it. It has that like pollen. It's just so pretty. They were only 99 cents. So me being me, I bought all the ones they had. So don't go to my local 99 cent store because you ain't gonna find any. Although they do replenish them once in a while. Look how pretty those are. They look so real, so pretty. So we're gonna be doing something with those. All right, let's read some of your comments. They look so real. They are Graciela. They really are super real looking, and they are like really good fabric. Sometimes the more affordable, like these ones right here, these ranuncula, like the fabric is not as starched, so they tend to like like you have to be really careful when you select them. But I'm really good at that. So yeah, good quality. You get what you pay for, and I'm always encouraging that if you can, well, especially during the holidays, like if you really can, look how pretty it's on. Oh, that's so pretty. I would because it lasts longer. You can really invest in your florals, your garlands, your wreaths, and that way they'll last longer. Nice to make arrangements for tombstones. Those are perfect for tombstone work, which we'll do some of those too. We have so many people out there to have family members that no longer with us, and sometimes just create. That is a good idea, Tom. I do have an idea for that. Just give me an idea for a tombstone because my family grave. That's a good idea. So I'm gonna be doing a video about that. All right. Do you guys have any questions? I love talking about flowers, you guys. Flowers is how I started my career, and I just love buying them. I love looking at them, and I just love fresh flowers, silk flowers. I love bright colors. I love combining them. I love putting them in beautiful vases and containers. Look how pretty orange and blue and white looks together. It's so pretty. And a lot of people ask me about that blue and white. Blue and white, think of blue and white as a neutral. You can always um, use it as a neutral, like black. Black goes with everything. Well, blue and white goes with everything as well. I love it with red berries at Christmas, or like with orange berries during the fall, or fall foliages look great. Always have to check your florals not to be missing any flowers from your bunches. Graciela, I always do that, especially at Walmart, because people really just tend to like, you have a bundle like this and you go like this, and they're so easy to come out. So I always look that I have one, two, three, four, five stems, and then I just look that I have all the flowers for the stem. So how pretty are those? So cute. This is a good flyaway. If you know, you know. But here at Ramon at home, we like our flyaways. Those are so cute. And then this one right here, it's probably oh no, yeah, this one right here is probably this flower right here. It's my favorite. Look at all those petals inside, you guys. I don't even know how they do this with fabric so it looks real, but it looks so pretty. And the thistle, I love thistle. It's one of my favorite accent flowers to work with. And this one right here is other one of my favorite. This peony right here, look at that. And see what I'm saying again with the eucalyptus and all of the softer colors for the foliage? So pretty. Hello, Ramon, watching from Missouri. I have been so inspired not only by your designs, but by you as a person. You are such a kind and positive. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate that. You know, we have when we're going through difficult situations, we have the choice to either be positive about it or just take it with a negative attitude. And I truly believe that if you take it with a positive attitude, then it goes as not it goes smoother. I learned. I was talking to my cousin who came to visit the other day from Kansas, and I was telling her how when something happens in your life, you have the power to choose how you're going to react. That's all you have the power to do. Because sometimes things are going to happen that are out of your control. So the only thing we can do is react to it. And according to how we react is how we're going to get through it. Because whether we like it or not, we're still gonna have to go through it. So might as well just go through it with a positive attitude. And it really has helped me in my life. Every time that something happens, I just ask the Lord, what is this here to teach me? What are you trying to show me with this? So that way I don't go through it and waste that opportunity to learn my lesson. You guys, everything that happens in our lives is for a reason or for a lesson. So we have to, instead of play the victim and say, why me? Say, Lord, if you already allowed it to happen, I told her, nothing gets out of God's hands. He knows everything. He's an all knowing God. So if He knew that this was going to happen, and if you allowed it to happen, or if you foresaw it in my future, just please help me understand why. So that way I don't have to repeat that lesson. Because, as I was telling her, everything in our life is a lesson, and we have to learn the lesson. It's like a test in school. We have to pass the test, because if we don't pass the test, we get to repeat it. And so once you know that, once you see a hard situation arise in your life, and if you know there is a test and you're supposed to pass it, the best thing you can do is ask God, what is this here to teach me? Because the sooner you learn the lesson, the faster that gets to go by. So remember that when you're going through something, the Bible says, and it came to pass, like the storm, like the storm came to pass. It didn't come to stay, it came to pass. But as it was passing, it was trying to teach us something. So please, if you're going through something difficult in your life, be sure to ask, what is this here to teach me? Do not waste that moment and opportunity to learn a lesson, because if you do, you will have to repeat that lesson until you learn it. I know that for a fact, and I am so glad that now I understand. I was telling my cousin, we are basically, we grew up really poor in Tijuana. We didn't go to school. We're very illiterate. But now that I'm an adult, now I understand that there is something I can do about it, and that is to read. As you guys can see right here, I love to read, and also my Bible every morning, because knowledge comes through reading. Like I told her, if you go to school, they teach you through books. Any professor just teaches through books. So life is taught through the knowledge of others. And the best way to absorb that knowledge is to read. And so every time that I get the opportunity to get a new book, I get it and I read it and I learn from it. So that way my mind is renewed. The Bible calls us to renew our minds. One of my favorite Bible verses says, do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And when you grew up poor, like I did, our mind was conditioned through our environment and our generations to be the way that we were. Well, once you realize that you've been conditioned through your generations and your environment, the best thing you can do, and what the Bible tells us to do, is to renew our minds. And what that means is to like take everything that we know out of our minds, to empty our minds of everything that we were taught growing up. You're not good enough. You're not gonna make it. Nobody in your family has ever done it. And to replace that with what the Bible says about you, which is, I'm good enough. God loves me. I am the head and not the tail. I am above only and not beneath. And to believe all of that, because if God says that about you, honey, it's true. That's that's why you need to believe what God says about you, not what your conditioning says about you, not what your environment says about you. not what your generations says about you, but what God says about you. I hope that was helpful. I don't know where all that come from, but I hope that was helpful to somebody. I just love talking about this because it really has changed my mind. It has changed my life, and I know that moving forward, there's once you know, you cannot unknow. You know forever. I have flower arrangements in every room, in every home, even in the bathroom. Do you think it is too much to put flowers in every room? I love flowers in every room, especially if they're fresh. But yeah, why not? If you like it, as long as you like it, then it's fine. Nobody else has to like it. It's your home, and you get to do it in your home. Like this hideous thing right here, you guys are seeing, which is coming down. Wow, that was several good messages. Thank you so much. We need to change our mentality. Amen, Graciela. That is the only way, you guys. You know what makes me sad is because some people will never learn that. That we are the way that we are because we were conditioned to be the way that we are, and but once you know, Maya Angelou said it best: when you know better, you do better. But sometimes we don't know better because we don't do better because we don't know better. We weren't taught as growing up. As a kid, I wasn't taught about every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So therefore, sometimes you just go on in life doing some things you shouldn't be doing, and then you says, "Oh, why me? Why me?" Well, we have to dig in at the root of it and say, why is this happening to me? What have I done sometimes to bring this upon me? And all of that, you guys, came through the power of reading. And that's why I read every morning. I start my day with my Bible and my book. First read my Bible, and then I've read the Bible now my third time. So and then I read a brand new book. And one that really has helped me, if you want to write this down, okay, let me show you something real quick. So far this year, I've read these four books, and I'm reading Accept the Extraordinary by Jerry Seville. But I've read so far The Power of Positive Thinking. I've read The Alchemist. The Alchemist, you guys, I can't believe I never read The Alchemist. Well, I didn't know how to read English, but I read The Alchemist. I cried. I cried reading The Alchemist. This book will forever have changed my life. It's called The Mountain Is You. I love this book. It is about um, transforming self sabotage into self mastery. We sabotage ourselves because our beliefs. Basically, we become what we believe. And so, if you don't believe that you're able, if you don't believe that you're good enough, if you don't believe that you're worthy, you're not able, you're not good enough, and you will never be worthy. So, we have to change the way that we think about. And like I said, I cannot preach about enough about this book. The Mountain Is You. It's so good. If you have an opportunity, read it. And it tells us how most of our mentality and our condition stems from our childhood. So we have to change the way that we think. And then this little book, Jerry Seville, I really love his writing. He's a pastor. Jerry Seville, if Satan can steal your joy, he can keep your goods. So the joy that like we cannot allow the enemy to steal our joy, because our joy is like the key to every ounce of success that we may have in life. So we have to be joyful. That's also, and as you can see, they're not like huge books. I like to read them. Like I like to start a book and then finish it. I don't like to wait. But these are the four books so far that I've read this year. I'm on my fifth one, and my goal is to read at least 12 books this year, at least, because I know that if they're this little, well, I finish them in 2 days, 3 days. So, all right, it says absolutely, you have what you are what you think. I agree. You do become what you believe you can be. So we have to change our mentality from not enough to good enough, from not worthy to worthy, to what our environment says about us to what God says about us. Can you do arrangements for floor vases next? I have a few floor vases and I want something unique. Absolutely. Stay tuned for that. Wow, that was several good messages. Oh, thank you. All right, you guys. Well, any questions you have, anything you want to add to this little chat that we just had? Remember, we have a brand new video every Sunday, and our members only videos go every other Thursday. Remember, if you are not a member, you get 24 hours to watch the members only. And after 24 hours, it goes exclusive to members. If you want to support me and support this channel, you can become a member so that I can continue to um, produce videos for everybody to watch. And as a thank you, you get an extra video every other Thursday. So everybody wins. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I hope to see you here on Sunday. Happy spring, says Kissy Cat. Thank you so much. It's almost spring, you guys. Finally, the time change. My favorite time of the year. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Julia Cruz says, I think I needed that talking you're doing today. It is very meaningful. Thank you, Ramon. Dios te bendiga. Thank you, Julia. Dios te bendiga también a ti. Amen. Sometimes we have to hear you guys. Like my cousin, I was telling her, like, she's like, I never heard all of this. She was just paying attention. And I said, because we were never taught like that. We grew up poor. We didn't go to school. No, our parents didn't go to school. Have a good one. Thank you, Graciela, so much for the super chat, you guys. Graciela Ayon just gave us a $20 super chat. All of those super chats, and thank you to Era that has sent a super thanks. Also, I appreciate your contribution because it does help me to create better content for everybody. But as I was telling you, you are what you, how you grow up, and so sometimes we have to get to the point in our lives that we have to change. We have to change. Sometimes people don't change because they don't accept that they have to change. And the number one step in changing yourself and renewing your mind is to accept. After my aunt passed, I had to come to the conclusion that I needed to change. You are most welcome, my lovely friend. Thank you, Graciela. I needed to change. I needed to become, I did not like who I was. And so I was like, there's got to be more about life. You know, when you go through something like that, when a family member is gone, like it makes you think about and how short life is and how you don't know when if who's next, when I go next. You don't know. We know we're born and we know we're going to go away, but we don't know when. We have a birthday, but we do not have a death date. So we have to really wonder about that. And so I started wondering, I was like, I don't want to live the rest of my life like this. And by the grace of God, I learned about God. And one day, I'll tell you how I got my Bible. One day, after reading a lot about the Bible and listening to a lot of pastors on here on YouTube, TD Jakes, I mean, I can name them all. TD Jakes, um, hang on, Joel Osteen, Jensen Franklin, Joyce Meyer, I mean, everybody that is a pastor on YouTube, I've heard them. Steve Furnick, all of them. I was wandering the town, downtown here in San Diego, and there was a used bookstore, and I went in there, and the first, I went to like the self help section, and there was a bookcase that was under key with all the Bibles. And so I found this Bible, my Bible that I read. And the funny thing is because it belonged to a gentleman and it was given, like, you know, how they write to, it said to dad, he says his name, and then it said the year. And the year that they gifted that Bible to this gentleman was the year that I was born. So I was like, oh, this is meant for me. And so I took it home, and the first time I opened it, like I knew Genesis. Who doesn't know Genesis, right? Like we know that at the beginning and all of that. And so I was like, well, I already know this. But then I started reading, and I was like, when I got to Exodus, I was like, this is going to be tough. When I got to Numbers, I was like, oh my gosh. But I told myself, I am going to read the Bible, even if it is just this time, but I'm going to read it from beginning to end. And I did, you guys. It took me a whole year to read the Bible, and I would take it everywhere I went. If I had a doctor's appointment with my grandma, it was during COVID. If I had there's no coincidences. Everything is written. You know, Graciela, that's so funny you say that because in the book, I don't know if you read The Alchemist, but in the book, The Alchemist, they talk about how everything takmut is what they said in that language, but that's what he says. That's how it translates to it is written. Listen to this. Because I don't believe either that my past or my future, I'm interested only in the present. If you can concentrate always on the present, you'll be a happy man. Life is the most where we're living right now. I agree with that. It's such a good book, The Alchemist. I made me cry, you guys. It's so good. But anyway, so I read the Bible the first year. I would take it anywhere that I would go, and so now I'm on my third reading. But this time I'm going like I like to do like Genesis, Exodus, uh, and then hang on one second. All right, so this is the book I'm reading right now. It's called Expect the Extraordinary. It's really really good. And then right now I am in First Kings. So far, numbers. So far, I just skip numbers because it's a lot of like numbers. And then after that, I will probably go to like my favorite books, which is like Job, and then I'll go to the New Testament and the Gospels, and I just love it. All right, you guys. Well, somebody's knocking on my door, so I have to go. But I really enjoyed talking to you, and I really hope to do it again. I have learned so much from you. I'm now designing some pieces and selling them. Thank you for instructions. Love your designs. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. That really makes me happy because that's what I feel like I was put here to do. Stay tuned for this series. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, you guys. Well, I have to go. Somebody really is knocking on the door. I'll hope to see you here on Sunday. Bye.